lot of people don't.
And I didn't enjoy, partially because I really, really struggled with writing and things, and I'm not dyslexic or anything. Like, I know that. Maybe, I think there were some learning difficulties when I was younger, but realistically, that's not the way my mind is. Like, I'm a businesswoman now. I think I'm like a problem solver.
Right.
And I'm practical. I can't explain,
You're more
but
practical
than academic. Yeah, I mean, now I have to write a lot, which is interesting, but, so I have to write a lot of like strategic documents and things like that, but it's not an academic document. It's not an academic document, yeah. So.
And like, considering your parents didn't go to university, was there a pressure for you?
Yeah, they wanted me to.
They wanted you to? Mm-hmm. Even though they didn't go?
No, because they had spent so much money on my education.
And
they didn't want
kind of their goal for it?
Yeah, I would think so. And, you know, my sister had gone 2 years earlier to uni, and she got into Exeter and did like really well. She's very academically minded. Like, she's a managing editor now of a publication. So she's like completely academic in what she does. But it suited her. And you know what? She went to uni and she hated it. She did not enjoy the experience. She was doing Greek and Latin. So she did classics at school and then did Latin, and she loved it. And then she went and did Greek and Latin, and I think adding the Greek on top of Latin was too much. She had to work so hard, and she still got a 2-2. She didn't get a 2-1. And that was really hard for her.
That is tough.
Really hard for her. She was even accused of plagiarism on one of her last submissions, and she couldn't do anything about it. And I think like the social aspect, like I've seen the social aspect of uni, and another thing that put me off is like the drinking culture. Don't get me wrong, I drink a lot of wine in my free time, right? I love a drink. But I have always, like, bar like being 17 and going clubbing and whatever like that, I was like over it by the time I was 18. So I was like, I just want to chill with my friends in a pub, chat, be home by midnight, and I'm still the same now. Like,
yeah, I can relate to that.
I'm 28 now. That's what I like doing. It doesn't mean I don't get drunk. Of course I do. Like, but I want to be able to like hear my friends, and there was just such like when I'd go to visit people at uni, just so intense all the time, and it's like, are you actually having a good time? I don't know.
What were the reactions of your friends to you not going to university? Did most of them go? Like you mentioned earlier, that
all of them went. One went to art school instead, but they all went, pretty much. A few dropped out, but generally not. I mean, they were fine, but you do feel like this is why I didn't like private school, because not my friends specifically, but if I bumped into someone and told them what I was up to, just they would look down on you. Because there were a lot of people in my school who were from old money and who didn't. I never wanted, and my mum and dad certainly never wanted to be compared to any of the majority of the parents at that school, because they earned where they got to. My parents have had a good life, you know, but
worked hard for it.
Really hard. And I am doing exactly the same. Like, me and my dad have a very similar work ethic. So you'd receive judgment externally, but I just don't really care, because now I can be like, well, I do this and I earn this, and not that I'd ever tell anyone what I earn, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't need someone else like to justify my success. Yeah.
What about your teachers or mentors or academic advisors? What was their input into
the academic advisor advising on what to do at uni? It was literally like she just wanted me to choose anything and just to like get out of her office basically, and was trying to like convince me of like different routes, and I was like, I just like none of it appeals to me, so that was useless. I had one.
Was it like a university academic advisor, or was it just like generally a future?
It was the school, and she was advising us on what to do for university. like next. It was literally like, what are you going to do for uni? Yeah, what are you going to study?
So there were no other options you could. Did you advise any other options outside uni?
No. There's no option.
It was just expected.
It's probably even worse now.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of pressure for it.
Yeah. I had I had two teachers. I loved my art teacher.
Yeah.
He's a man that still works there actually, and I've been like to my reunion, and he's amazing. And he always thought I should have gone to art school. And to be fair, I'm glad I didn't, because I'm actually really not that artistic, it turns out. You know what I mean? I'm really not. And I had a really good geography teacher who was really open. Like the lessons were like uni style lessons. So sitting around table, like all discussion, like board work, really like just casual environment. And that was my best grade for A level. And then, yeah, another one of my teachers always wanted me to do like textiles with like the sewing machine. It was that kind of school. They did textiles for A level. She wanted me to do that, and I never, for GCSE, and when I went back, she was like, oh, you should have done it, but no regrets. Yeah.
Cool.
But in terms of support, not really.
Not really. It was pretty much.
Which is weird, because you would expect that level of support from a state school, but it was like, state school, they wouldn't get you to go necessarily, or offer someone to speak to you. Whereas I should have more encouragement, because my parents were paying for that service, but all I was given was one option. Yeah.
And I guess they cared more about their ranking and what their school.
Yeah, they don't care about, it's very rare where you find a teacher who actually just cares about like the child's or the young adults. Like happiness and life progression.
That's true. So were there any talks that were given about your like future options and stuff like that?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
We used to have loads of talks. So we'd have like unis come in, and you could go around like a university fair, they called it, and they'd invite back old students for both talking about their universities and talking about like the types of jobs they did now, which was cool. Like, it's cool, but you'd have people like, I'm a banker, I'm a lawyer, there was nothing a bit like off the beaten path.
Okay, so no range in it, basically.
No, it was all like professional careers, which I understand. Like, you want to make a good living, that's probably the easiest option. The amount of my male friends, they went to like our sister, kind of our brother private school, they're all like in banking, or like investment banking, or I don't know, auditing or whatever. They all earn loads of money, but their jobs are just so boring. So, yeah.
So you wouldn't want to be them?
No. No.
Cool. So
they're really nice people though, but I just...
They're cool though.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
They can stay. Yeah.
So if you were to go back to that stage, would you have done anything differently, like education-wise?
No.
You're happy with it?
I'm happy with the way my life has panned out. Because I think everything does happen for a reason, so for me, it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice and short.
Yeah.
And then, okay, what about, are you planning to have children?
I think so.
Would you want them to go to university?
If they were academically inclined, then yes.
Yeah.
If not, then no.
So you wouldn't actively encourage it? You don't think?
I would encourage them getting a good education. And whether it goes past that sixth form or college point is up to them.
Yeah, okay.
With advice from me. But if they... You know, and part of me thinks, well, you kind of do need that to get a good job sometimes. Because they won't look at you, yeah. Not because of the skills it taught you, because of what it says on the CV.
Yeah, you just need it on the paper.
It's really sad. And I thought, you know, when they raised uni fees, they would do something about the lack of apprenticeships, the lack of internships. Like, the company I was with, I moved company, like, literally a month ago. The company I was with, they'd have, like, an apprentice scheme and a graduate scheme. They were the same thing. The apprentice scheme was full of graduates. So there was no difference. Whereas the company I'm at now, and was one of the main selling points, is the fact that they have I can't even remember what the scheme is called, but anybody can apply. anybody. You can be 18, you can be like 50 technically.